Hey there guys, today I've got a new build. We're going to talk about it, have the invoice here, going to go through it part by part and I'll show you the gun and all that. Before I get to that, on a bunch of the videos on the channel, I like the comments, you guys know that, I appreciate all that, but YouTube's been disabling comments on a bunch of the videos and then I have to go back in and re-enable comments. So let me just tell you, if you see comments disabled on a video on this channel, that's not me doing that, and I'm trying to fix it. I don't really know what the problem is. Probably the algorithms don't really like me, would be my guess. Okay, anyway, let's get into this new build. Here it is. Fairly plain looking rifle. It's not all that crazy looking. This is from Alpine Research. So I met this guy's in New York. I met him in a course, and just talking to him, I'm like, I feel like this guy knows about rifles and we have pretty similar preferences. So I was like, hey, go ahead, build me a rifle. So let me talk through what we have here. So 14.5 mid-length gas, obviously. This is a Criterion chrome line barrel. So, I've never had a barrel such as this. Apparently this is a really good one. I don't know how much better it'll be. It'll probably just last a little bit longer than other stuff or hold a smaller group longer. I'm not expecting it to be like a really noticeable performance gain. Obviously, it's just nice. Hey, let's try the barrel that everybody says is a really, really good one. Okay, we went with the M-LOK handguard and a fitted gas block and tube, pin and weld, on the 3-prong muzzle device here. Now, I do really like the 3 prongs. If you train with your rifle and you don't use a device like this, I really think you should try it. I love how much snap there is. It's substantially snappier than like an A2 hider. If I go from this to like a war comp, I feel like I'm cheating. That type of a thing. It's a really, really good device for training, and it's a good mate for a suppressor, which I have to use as well. So, I do like this device. I think the barrel will be interesting, All right. Now, on the lower, this is a Radian lower. It's the first time I've had one like this. Now, when I called up the man and I said, "Hey, build me a rifle like that you think is good, something that makes sense to you." He said Criterion barrel, and then the other thing was he said the gun thing that I have that I like the most is my Radian lower. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So the lower assembled on here is expensive. I think just the stripped lower was like $300 for the builder to get. It was an availability thing, not necessarily a price thing. But anyway, like the Radian lower is expensive. But looking at it, it looks really, really nice. Like it's attractive looking. I like the magwell on it. It has the built-in bolt lock deal where I can lock back the bolt just by pressing in on the magazine release, and then the bolt release is right up here. I don't know if I'm going to love that manual of arms because that puts the bolt release, instead of being right by the trigger guard when I use a bad lever, it's going to be up here. I don't know if I'm going to like that as much, but I'm going to give it a try and get used to it. I can tell you that the look, the fit, the finish of the lower, it looks really nice. Now, it was expensive, so it should look nice, but hey, whatever. There you go. All right, we've got Alpine Research 158 bolt carrier group. So we've got blah, blah, blah. He put together the BCG the way that he wanted to, which I thought that was cool. Like, yep, that's good. In talking over the builder with what I plan to do with this rifle, I'm just going to train with it, just shoot with it. I don't really care about it doing anything fancy or special, but I'm planning to stack up the rounds. So I appreciate that he sent a couple of things. Charged me $80 for spare BCG parts kit. So he fitted a new bolt. We've got gas ring set, spare cam pin, spare extractor, all in this bag, which honestly, I appreciate that. That's very nice. Kind of the thinking is the BCG should do about 20,000-ish rounds before something really crazy happens or I have to change something. The barrel probably is going to go longer depending on the way I use it. So it makes sense to have these parts. To me, it's like I have the parts I need to shoot through the barrel. And then once this barrel's toast, figure out kind of the next thing. So once the gun gets rebarreled, I can deal with that stuff. Now, talking with the builder, he was like, hey, are you going to actually put a suppressor on this gun? Now, I have a bunch of guns. This one's one of my nice ones. So, you know, I was like, I probably won't put a suppressor on it. I don't intend to. But, you know, with me, things just kind of happen. So he sent along a recoil system tune kit. What is this? Springco recoil spring and buffer tuned for RC2 performance, only used when shooting suppressed. Like, cool. Okay, so I have this for shooting suppressed. Now, do I have that in my other guns? No, I just shoot it suppressed and hypercycle the gun. But this gun, it's nice. I have another system, so I won't beat on the gun quite as badly. That's a nice thing. And finally, it's the Geissele SSAE trigger. I have these on a bunch of my guns. Oh, and one with a 45-degree safety. So this was, pay attention, staccato. This was actually a custom experience, a phone call with a guy who's knowledgeable. I tell him what I want and what I plan to do with the gun. And then he guides me. So he's like, oh, I like this stock. I like this lower. We should get this, but the whole shit. He's just guided a build for the gun. So it's something a little bit different than what I normally have, but kind of nice stuff. And I'm going to give it a try. I did actually pay for this gun. And I said, I don't really want a discount. Just charge me what you charge me. And it came to $2,200 all up for this gun, which I don't know. I feel like that's pretty reasonable given the experience and given the apparent quality. I feel set up for success with this gun. So yeah, I'm eager to give it a try. I think, I'm inclined just to slap a 510 on there and shoot it. But I think I have an AEMS. What's that new site? Is that what it is? Holosun AEMS. AEMS Max. Yeah, that's the one. Pranka says this is the heat, and I have them en route. So I think I'll wait for the AEMS to come, and I'll shoot that site. How that site is good or why I like it, I have no idea. But that's what I'm going to try. So anyway, new gun, new build, and an actual custom experience. Put it down in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think of this.